Heberling. I'm president of CCME, and I want to welcome you to the 2014 CCME Professional Development Symposium. Please rise for the posting of the colors by the 3rd Infantry Division Color Guard, led by Staff Sergeant Hannah Grimes, and remain standing for the national anthem sung by Specialist Shannon Rafferty from the 3rd Infantry Division Band.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I hope you enjoyed that. I thought that was wonderful, so thank you. Our first speaker today is Brigadier General Pete L. Jones, Deputy Commanding General Support, 3rd Infantry Division. Brigadier General Jones was commissioned as an infantry officer in the U.S. Army upon graduation from the United States Military Academy in 1985. Throughout his career, Brigadier General Jones has served in numerous staff and leadership positions, both in the continental United States and overseas. And he's commanded from the company through the brigade level. Brigadier General Jones' command assignments include Commander, 3rd Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division at Fort Benning, Georgia, while serving in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Operation New Dawn. Commander, 1st Battalion, 6th Infantry, 1st Armored Division during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Commander, C Company, 1st through 6th Infantry, 1st Armored Division, United States Army Europe, and 7th Army, Weislich, Germany. Brigadier General Jones' principal staff assignments have included Executive Officer for the Secretary of the Army at the Pentagon. His awards include the Legion of Merit with 2 oak leaf clusters, the Bronze Star Medal with B device, the Bronze Star Medal with 2 oak leaf clusters, the Meritorious Service Medal with 4 oak leaf clusters, the Joint Service Commendation Medal, the Army Commendation Medal with 2 oak leaf clusters, the Army Achievement Medal with 2 oak leaf clusters. In addition to his Bachelor of Science from West Point, Brigadier General Jones holds advanced degrees from Georgetown University, U.S. Command, and General Staff College, and the National Defense University. Please join me in welcoming General Jones.
Good morning. Well, we're hoping that the weather, beautiful Georgia weather, holds out for you here. Going through a little bit of a weather scare, but I'm glad you're able to get on the golf course. And while there may have been some animal obstacles out there, I hope you still enjoy your time here in Savannah. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to spend the morning with you in a room full of military supporters who share a common goal of promoting higher education for our soldiers, their families, and our veterans. I would like to thank Dr. Mike Heberling, the CCME president, for inviting me to speak this morning, and the Council of College and Military Educators for organizing this remarkable symposium. As you heard from my bio, having gone to a military academy, it was through tuition assistance that I was able to get my first postgraduate degree from Georgetown. So I understand how important it is to be able to have this linkage both through the government and those systems that provide tuition assistance. And we'll talk obviously this morning about the post-9/11 GI Bill and also the precursors and the effect that's going to have on this next generation of warriors as they transition out. As always, I do like to say it's hard to follow the great soldiers from the 3rd Infantry Division that you saw here presenting the colors and singing the national anthem. These soldiers that you saw are true representation of the professionalism exemplified of our model of the dog-faced soldiers in the 3rd Infantry Division stationed here both at Hunter Army Airfield and Fort Stewart, which is right down the road. All of those who served and have served in the United States military can be proud of what they've accomplished and the soldiers that you still have in your ranks. The theme of this year's symposium celebrates the accomplishments of the United States military and the United States government in 1944. While the military was fully engaged in World War II, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt signed into law the Servicemen's Readjustment Act, which is now more commonly referred to as the GI Bill. The GI Bill provided education benefits for veterans of the greatest generation as they returned home from war. These educational benefits, in turn, created a workforce that allowed our nation become the world's economic leader. We find ourselves today in a similar situation. Our military has been engaged in persistent conflict over a decade. And during this time, the GI Bill has evolved into the post-9/11 GI Bill, which enables today's generation of veterans the best possible options to continue their post-secondary education. Over the next 2 years, the Army will reduce its population by over 50,000 soldiers to an end strength of 490,000. And this is just the active force, and with more cuts possible across all components. This transition will have 2 significant impacts in the area of education for our soldiers and their family members. First, there'll be an influx of veterans pursuing higher education outside of the Army in order to make themselves viable for their civilian job market. Second, the remaining soldiers will be challenged to continue their education in order to stay competitive for promotion and advancements. We need to retain the best and the brightest soldiers to operate what is increasingly becoming a very technical field with its advanced equipment, and also have the brain power and skills to overcome the future known and unknown threats to our nation's security. In the United States Army, we are committed to a lifelong learning process, which begins with each soldier enters the Army and extends long past when that soldier takes off his or her uniform. Our education system is built on the belief that the mind is the most powerful weapon on the battlefield. And not only does education build a more versatile soldier, it also strengthens a soldier's resiliency both in combat and at home. The education centers at Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield provide a great example of our commitment to meeting our soldiers and their families' needs. Between the two institutions, we employ 8 professionally trained graduate-level education counselors who are available to meet with soldiers on an individual basis and tailor their education programs to meet their specific needs. Their mission is to provide our soldiers the knowledge they need to make well-informed decisions to achieve their goals. They also provide assistance with navigating the Go Army Ed webpage to sign up for not only courses, but also how to work tuition assistance. In fiscal year 2013, as an example, a year in which most of the 3rd Infantry Division was still deployed to Afghanistan, over 8,000 soldiers from Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield still enrolled in college courses. In addition to the counselors, our education center offers a number of other services. We have 5 college and universities that offer associate, bachelor, and master's degree programs, as well as technical certifications with our neighboring technical colleges. We also provide proctor exams, a computer lab, and monthly briefings on the Army's Green to Gold program, which provides enlisted soldiers the opportunity to complete their bachelor or master's degree while also receiving an active duty commission. I believe we do a great job providing our soldiers the opportunity to complete college courses while on active duty. However, many veterans will go through a difficult transition from the structured lifestyle of the military to the broad academic spectrum available to them as a full-time or part-time student. To help facilitate this transition, each soldier leaving active duty takes part in the Army Career and Alumni Program, up to 2 years prior to their separation date. Soldiers receive counseling on the benefits and transition programs available to them to learn in the process for applying and using their GI Bill benefits. Despite all the current programs and benefits designed to help our soldiers and their families to be successful as they transition to the civilian world, not every soldier or veteran will choose to use them. Some will find employment not requiring post-secondary degrees or technical skills, but basically that is their choice, and they have earned that right. However, I charge everyone in this room with bridging that gap with the benefits available and the benefits utilized. I ask private institutions that are not members of the Yellow Ribbon Program to become one, and encourage public institutions to offer in-state tuition to our veterans, regardless of their home of record, in order to allow them to take full advantage of their post-9/11 GI Bill. Education from your institution, coupled with their military experience, will make them significant contributors to long-term success of our nation, just like the veterans 70 years ago as they exited World War II. I can assure you that the 3rd Infantry Division will uphold our commitment to education from Fort Stewart. Fort Stewart was recognized by the White House in April 2012 for our dedication to professional development of our soldiers. As a result, President Barack Obama signed Executive Order 13607 in front of our division headquarters to establish the principles of excellence for educational institutions. In closing, I'd like to thank everyone here for your dedication to provide education to our soldiers, our veterans, and their families. Education strengthens our military, strengthens our nation, and secures the future of the United States as a world leader. I truly thank organizers of this symposium for your efforts, and it is an honor to speak with you today. May God continue to bless the United States Army and this great nation we live in. As we say at our division, Rock of the Marne, Army Strong. Thank you.
The general is on kind of a tight schedule, but he has offered to be able to take a few questions. If anybody has any questions for the General? Any questions in the audience there?
I get off easy, so I do appreciate the work that you do, and I know our soldiers and family members truly appreciate that too. So thank you very much.
Okay, I got to take them here for a t-shirt. No, thank you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, General. Really appreciated that. All right, we are in the conference this year. As you can easily tell, we're in Savannah. And we'd like to have somebody from the city here welcome you to Savannah. We have the Chief of Council, Tony Thomas, is here with us this morning. He was elected to the council in Savannah in 1999. He's currently serving his 4th term and has served as council chairman since 2004. He's a native of Savannah. He graduated from Windsor Forest High School here, attending Armstrong, Atlantic State University, and Savannah State University before launching a successful advertising career in Savannah with locations throughout Georgia. He holds the Georgia Real Estate Broker's License and is associate broker at Ben Farmer Realty. Please welcome Chief of Council Tony Thomas.
Good morning. Come on, I know all of these folks out here. Good morning. All right, now you're waking up. I want to take a moment and just welcome y'all to the hostess city of the South, Savannah, Georgia. We are so happy that you are here. Our mayor, if she was here, she would be railing hostess city of the South. But I can tell you that she's very pleased that this conference, the 41st Symposium, is being held here in our fair city. To the general, distinguished guests, military leadership, and all of you that contribute to all of those young men and women that are getting their education while defending our country, I say thank you. And I say it on a personal level. I have a kid that's worked with me for 15 years. He joined the military. He just got out. He is one of the kids that is using these services that you provide to go back, get an education. He would have never been able to get that education had the military not given him that opportunity, and someone like you sitting out in that audience had not guided him to take a career path to take him down that, and I thank you for that. Our city is a unique city. It was founded by a military general, James Edward Oglethorpe, in 1733. We're the 13th of the original colonies here in America. We were established as a military colony to protect us from the Spanish invasion from the south. Today, we are still a military city. We're home to Hunter Army Airfield, of course, Fort Stewart to our south, and to our north, we have every kind of military installation you can imagine, as well as a submarine base, a marine, Paris Island, you name it. But Savannah is unique. Now, I know some of you have been here a few days. Has anyone spent the weekend here yet? Come on. All right, you got to spend the weekend. One of the things that you will know is it is a fun city. We have a lot of good food, and in our city, you can take your drink with you when you leave. In fact, we call it a traveler. And if you are a Savannian and you are seen on the streets, especially, you know, our weekends have now extended into Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. If you're seen on the streets without your traveler in hand, people will instantly go, "Are you okay?" If you are not seen with your traveler, the rumors begin. So I urge you, while you're in Savannah, live like a Savannian, carry a traveler. If you're a non-drinker, put something in it that looks fizzy and put a little straw in it to make it look like you're having something that's got something. While you're here, spend some money with us and support our stores, support our bars, support our shopping, everything. Enjoy our architecture, enjoy your stay, and if there's anything that you need from us in the city of Savannah, let us know. We appreciate you being here and hope you'll come back again. Thank you.
Thank you, you so much.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Enjoy your conference.
Mr. Thomas, want to have a cookie? Well, we've heard all about the weather, haven't you? So I'm learning in this job you got to be flexible. This morning we were supposed to have a keynote speaker of Jessica Lynch. Unfortunately, we kept hearing more and more that she was having weather problems. She was coming in from West Virginia. So finally, at the last thing we were told that she was unable to make it here. But that's the bad news. The good news is that we're working to have her come on Thursday morning instead. So what we've done right now is we're changing the schedule. We're going to move for the DoD update. Don Bilodeau, for the DoD service chief, will be speaking in her slot. Then we are going to move Jessica Lynch to Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. That means we won't have the business meeting then. But the most important thing we wanted to do during that business meeting was to have the election of the new officers, and we're going to do that in just a brief moment or so. And then that means that we will be ending earlier on Thursday. Instead of going completely clear till 5 o'clock, we will not be having that last hour. Okay, the next thing I want you to know is throughout every morning, I'm going to put a slide like the one you see here, and I'm going to post the changes that take place. As you can imagine, we've already had some cancellations because people could not get here for weather. So I want you to try to get your small little handy guide there on the concurrent sessions and maybe use this to update that. For example, so already we've got the one here that's evolution, adaptation, scaling vet support to your campus. That has been changed to Thursday. That's not going to be held today. And we have another one there is the speaker is changed for the other one. You can see that there. So I'll give you a moment if you want to write that down, or if you miss it, just grab me or one of our board members and they will give you the updates. Okay, we trying to become high-tech here, and I'm not a high-tech person, but a lot of you are. So we've got Twitter for you to follow. That's some kind of encrypted code there, I think, there, something about Twitter. So for those of you who know what that means, you can do something with it. I understand Facebook. I have a 19-year-old daughter, so I know all about Facebook. So we've got that. So just like us there, and you can follow us on Facebook. We also have the internet connection for you here in the convention, and there's the code to get into it is 2CCME 14. Okay, what I want to do here is putting on a conference or symposium of this nature is extremely expensive. And to help defer the costs, instead of having each of the attendees pay for it, we're very appreciative of the sponsors that we get. So what we're going to show now, those that have sponsored for us, we have a number of categories. Here are our platinum sponsors. I'll give you a moment to look at those slides. And we're going to be rotating these throughout the conference so we can give recognition to those who've helped us, supported us in putting on this conference. Here's our gold sponsors. Our silver. Our bronze. And we also have a number of in-kind sponsorships. So I want to thank all of our sponsors. We do very much appreciate what you have done for us. Thank you. We have a golf outing every year for our symposium, but a lot of you people aren't. That's always on Monday when we officially start on Tuesday. We've never done this before, but you know, not everybody's a golfer. So what we're going to do this year, for the first time, we're going to have a fun run this afternoon. It's going to be at 5:30. And if you aren't a runner, it doesn't really matter. Walkers are invited too, and so this is two things. One, it's going to be a help fundraiser for our military charity that we're working, which is supported through the golf outing. And I'm also hoping this will be a nice networking event, a nice way to just meet other people here at the symposium. I hope that you take advantage of it. There's still time to register for this, and it'll be starting at 5:30 behind the Westin. Okay, we've got, as already been alluded to, we have a World War II theme for this entire conference. We're having our banquet is going to be on Wednesday night, and we're going to have a couple of interesting things for you. We're going to have a costume attire contest, which is an embarrassing event, but I'm going to do it. It's a tradition, unfortunately, that we've somehow has got ingrained in the board, so we've got to do that. We're also going to have a dance contest too, so that'll take place during the ceremony as well. So for those of you that didn't realize that, you get ready for that. So, all right, the next thing we've got is I want to tell you about the evaluations. We are very understanding. We are very a member-driven organization, and the way we do that is we use our surveys. And what we found out over the years is when you come here, what you most want to know about are the concurrent sessions. You want the hands-on, learning here. You want to have network opportunities. So we read those evaluations, and we said, this is what you want. So we changed it for this year. You'll notice for the first time, we will have concurrent sessions on all 3 days. And there's many of them are repeated again because that's what you said that you want. And so what we want you to do, we want to continue to make this your organization, your member, and the best way we know that is if you let us know. So that's what this evaluation is very important. You can see the process that's going to take place, and please give us your feedback. You can also, I'll be happy to hear if anyone comes and talk to me throughout the symposium. I'd really like to hear about what you like or you didn't like or things you'd like to see changed. All right, as I said earlier, we're going to be having, it's a change, we're going to be having our board elections right now, and so I'm going to turn this over to our secretary-elect who is going to be running this portion of the morning. So, Margaret, you want to come on up here?